All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live. Keyword here, live with you on the Steve Malzberg Show. Spread the word about the show. The response has been so great. The only show that takes your calls live on the air, on television, just about. 877 Newsmax, 877-639-7629. New CNN poll out for South Carolina. Hillary up by about 20 over Sanders, and Trump up by about 20 over Cruz. Let's get to the first caller. Mark is calling from Tomasket, Washington. Did I say it correctly, Mark?
Yes, you did, Steve. And I'll tell you what, you are one of the most courageous talk show hosts in America, and thanks to Newsmax and you guys for bringing all this stuff out. Nobody talks about this kind of stuff. Scalia, I mean, this, right away, it should bring up red flags. Something's wrong. Don't you think?
Thank you for the kind words. And look, whether something's wrong or not, here's a man who is who's holding the conservative part of the Supreme Court together. Okay, he's one of 9 people in his position. He's the longest serving member. They say he declined a security detail. The guy is found dead in his bed. The woman pronounced him dead over the phone. First they said heart attack, and then they said no, we meant his heart stopped. Well, duh. So why wouldn't it be mandatory to do an autopsy?
Absolutely. And what makes it worse is up until you guys broke this story and started talking about it, there was just almost total radio TV silence about the issue.
Yeah. Well,
what about the fact that it happened on Admiral Poindexter's ranch?
Yeah.
The former head of the NSA, the guy that was indicted in the Iran-Contra scandal.
Well, there's so many. Listen, if this is not, dare I say, no pun intended, adjudicated, if there's no autopsy, okay, no toxicology, this is going to go and live in lore, just like, who killed Kennedy kind of thing, or although maybe not who killed, but how did Scalia die? It's going to have a life of its own, and it really should. I don't know what happened, so let's find out what happened.
Well, and you guys are right on it, but what comes to mind is that we have 3 forms of government. We've got the Republicans, we have the Democrats, and we have the central secret government that runs this country. And they really are the ones that run this country. And if they don't like the way the country is going, they create a diversion.
Well, Mark, I really appreciate your call. Please spread the word. Thank you for the kind words at the beginning, and keep watching. Let's go to Corky, and you learn something new every day, if this is correct, from Atlanta, Michigan. Am I right? Atlanta, Michigan?
Oh, that's correct. We're in the snow belt.
Great to hear from you, Corky. What can I do for you?
Thank you. Well, this is a roundabout comment on Supreme Court, but I just want to first say I like the picture I saw you with Dr. Elvita King, a great pro-life advocate.
Yes, she's a wonderful woman. I'm privileged to know her, yes.
Thank you. Now, when Mr. Trump was asked some days ago about who his picks could be for the Supreme Court, he said, well, gee, my sister's a federal judge, and I think she'd make a great Supreme Court jurist. Well, then a few days later, he said, oh, I was just joking. Well, I'll tell you what, it amazes me, why would someone joke about ripping babies apart as they're being born, because his sister supports partial birth abortion.
Yeah, his sister is very pro-abortion, and he changed his tune on Saturday when the issue of Scalia and a possible replacement came up. But you're right, he did say that. Whether it was joking or not, he did say it.
Well, my point was, why would he say, he said he was only joking. My point is, why would someone joke in any form about ripping babies apart as they're being born? That, to me, he absolutely cannot become our president. That's all I have to say.
All right, Corky, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, folks, more calls from you tomorrow. Up next, we have Congressman Steve King coming up, who's going to fire back, I presume, at Trump in defense of Ted Cruz. And then we have Dick Morris, who's going to weigh in on that Hillary barking like a dog you just saw before, and a lot more. Give me 5. It's straight ahead. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay where you are.